Hey guys, welcome to Lakehouse Live. I am Ash, and today we have Tim Hause in the studio. He's going to play a couple tunes for us, so take it away.
Did the broken bone heal too fast? I got a pirate limp after they cut the cast. Would forever with you go too fast? If I could shake this off, could we make it last? Our safety net, we put it up there on a pedestal. My safest bet is getting caught up in your tentacles. I need your love, I'll tell you when I don't. I need your love, I'll tell you when I don't. I'll tell you when I don't. Forever with you will go too fast. If I could shake this off, could we make it last? Our safety net, we put it up there on a pedestal. And now my safest bet is getting caught up in your tentacles. Oh, I need your love, I'll tell you when I don't. I need your love, I'll tell you when I don't. Yeah, I need your love, I'll tell you when I don't. I'll tell you when I don't. Ooh, I need your love. Don't you know I need your love? I know you know I need your love. I'll tell you when I don't. I'll tell you when I don't.
All right, that was his song titled Tentacle. Thank you for coming into the space today. We appreciate having you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. And, you know, you hail from Philadelphia. But is that where you currently live now?
Yeah, I sure do. I was born and raised there, and then I had to get out for sure. I felt the need to run and flee, and I got my fix of that by starting to tour when I was 20.
Nice.
And I now own a house there, so I think it scratched the itch of needing to go.
Yeah, you were like, it's fine.
Yeah.
I did it. Now I'm gonna stay here in my roots.
Yeah, it's not so bad after all. I've seen, you know, my first tour was a 10.5-week run across all of North America, and I went to a bunch of places that I've not even been back to since.
Wow.
So I think it gave like the full breadth of the continent almost, or the country, and then Canada, and I discovered Philly isn't so bad after all.
I almost kind of feel the same way when I leave Jersey.
Yeah.
Especially when I go to the West Coast. Sometimes I'm like, I don't love it as much.
Yeah.
I think I like the East Coast better.
Yeah.
So do you have like a favorite place that you have performed in?
As far as performance goes, I'd have to say it's going to be overseas somewhere. It's either London or Berlin, or basically the whole the European touring is a much kinder place to be for music, generally speaking. As far as being somewhere here, I think Seattle would get my selection.
Seattle.
Love it out there. But yeah, as far as a place to play, I would say somewhere in either the UK or in Germany.
What makes you think that it's like much more kinder out there versus here? That's very interesting.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe kinder is too simple a term. I just think it's baked into the culture here that like there's not a lot of aid given. It's kind of like, hey, if you want to be a part of the arts, it's like something that we phase out of our schools, and it's kind of the first thing to go. And so I think it's embedded in the culture overseas, or it seems to me as an outsider, that it's more viewed as an essential part of the human experience. Whereas here, it's like, oh, that's extra.
Yeah.
You know, like if you want to pursue that, that's on you. You're you know, good luck.
Yeah. No, I mean, that definitely makes a lot of sense. For myself, who I haven't been overseas at all, and would love to one day. I feel like as an outsider watching, you also kind of see that. It seems like they take it more serious to be an artist, whether that's a painter or a musician or a sculptor. They want people to have that like reason for living other than just like capitalism.
Yeah, exactly. It's the whole live to work versus work to live thing. I think that we're more, you know, live to work.
Yeah.
So.
Good old America.
Yeah.
All right, so let's let you play your next song. So this one is titled They Know.
Yep.
And you can go ahead and take it away.
Ring, ring the register till your pockets weigh me down, singing ourselves the anthem while we drown. Rockabye baby boomer, head stuck in the ground, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. I get the feeling that they know something I don't. I get the feeling that they know something I don't. I get the feeling that they know something I don't know. Bring the medicine when the voices get too shrill. Pushing up a pocket full of posies where we died there on the hill. Ding dong the witches that rush back for more gold. Meet the new boss, same as the old. I get the feeling that they know something I don't. I get the feeling that they know something I don't. I get the feeling that they know something I don't know. I got my Bible in the drawer with a snub nose. One more refill left, but the pharmacy is closed. Bible in the drawer with a snub nose. One more refill left, but the pharmacy is closed. I get the feeling that they know something I don't. I get the feeling that they know something I don't. I get the feeling that they know something I don't know.
All right, so that was his song titled They Know. Thanks again for playing for us today. I kind of wanted to go a little bit into your music and, you know, what made you start playing and putting out what you put out in the last year.
Yeah. Well, what made me start playing, is just music in my household was huge. It was sort of the keystone, or one of the keystones in my household. So my dad played guitar. My brother is 15 years older than me, and he played guitar. There was always guitars being played. We had a piano in the house, and that was I was forced to take lessons at an early age, lessons that I wish I had a little bit more care for, and I wish I had actually paid more attention to those.
We always
now.
do.
Of course, as everybody says that, but yeah, it was just a part of our household growing up, and then getting older. I've actually had a lot of loss in my life, and so I think that in many cases, not every song it goes back to that, but many songs it's sort of like a cathartic thing for me to share how I relate to the world, and then the hope is that other people hear it and go, "Oh, actually, I think the same thing." He said the thing that I was thinking, and I didn't realize I was thinking it. So that's sort of the hope there, is to connect with people in a way that feels a little bit more sacred and meaningful than just the mundane, how did the game go last night or whatever. So it feels like a more sacred element of communication is to like pick something up and love it to life.
Absolutely. I think that's really important to kind of bring back around, is that communication that we get from music. Sometimes we don't necessarily realize that it is the universal language. It is the way that we all really truly feel, and we definitely take so much from it. So I think it's really wonderful that you put that into your music and you want to bring that out into the world and not just have, small talks with people. You want to say how you're actually feeling, and you want people to relate to that. I think that's really important.
But yeah, I've always been taken with human psychology and things of that nature. So music is sort of the way that it's a bit of a journal entry, and then it's also like, hey, hopefully somebody else feels this way out there too.
Yeah, it's definitely, when you say journal entry, I immediately think of like how, how we spend so much time going inward when we're doing something like journaling or writing lyrics or poetry, and how sacred it is. And then to share that with the world is really the most vulnerable thing. So that's really beautiful.
Definitely. It's very vulnerable. It can be scary sometimes, but it's also incredibly satisfying. So
absolutely. And all of the most wonderful things in life are scary. So
right.
All right. So we've been really serious the last few minutes. So let's be a little lighthearted, hopefully. So we're going to do our question segment, where we leave this bowl out in the lobby of the recording studio and people put questions in it, and we ask them here on Lakehouse Live. And hopefully this one isn't too ridiculous, because sometimes they are. This one's weird.
Okay.
I think you'll be okay with it.
Okay. Can I veto if I don't like it?
Absolutely. It's very lighthearted. So the question is, taco, quesadilla, burrito, or chicken lo mein?
Oh, this is upsetting. Because to try to get rid of any of these,
it's pretty messed up.
I can only choose one.
Yeah, I mean, this is what they did to us.
All right, I'm gonna go with burrito.
I'd say that's a solid choice.
Yeah, burrito, just in case I'm really, really hungry. Mm-hmm. It'll get the job done.
And if you can't finish it, you can always save it for later.
Exactly, that's the thinking.
I mean, we always got to think of the future.
Yeah.
They're so universal. You could put so many things in them.
Right. Yeah, it gotta be burrito.
I would agree.
This is
And
good.
to the person out there that did this to us, I want you to know that it's kind of cruel.
Yeah, shame on you.
All right, we are going to let Tim play his last song titled High Hopes. Thank you for being here today. We really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Loved
absolutely.
having you in the space.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And for those of you out here who are watching, please make sure that you follow on all of the social media platforms where you can find him, and check him out on all of the streaming platforms that you listen to your music on. And if you like what we're doing here, please like and subscribe so that we can continue to make these amazing videos and highlight all of this amazing talent. So here's Tim playing his last song titled High Hopes. Take it away.
Let's go walking in the pouring rain before it turns to acid. Texas Hold'em in the highway lanes before they turn to traffic. I got a ticket for a one-way plane and watched Phoenix turn to ashes. Oh, turn to ashes. The crowd was singing high hopes, smiling through a broken nose, dancing on a tightrope, a tightrope. I feel a little less alone. I cut myself while shaving my face just to try and find a new habit. Losing ground, we're running in place like a fat man chasing a rabbit. Blood and oil bubbling up on my plate, so I smashed it against the granite. Oh, I need a new habit. The crowd was singing high hopes, smiling through a broken nose, dancing on a tightrope, a tightrope. I feel a little less alone. And I can't tell if this is heaven or it's hell. If it's heaven, let's buy. If it's hell, let's sell. No, I can't tell if this is heaven or it's hell. If it's heaven, let's buy. If it's hell, let's sell. No, I can't tell if it's heaven or it's hell. If it's heaven, let's buy. If it's hell, let's sell. No, I can't tell if it's heaven or it's hell. If it's heaven, let's buy. If it's hell, then let's sell. Yeah, if it's hell, then let's sell. The crowd was singing high hopes, smiling through a broken nose, dancing on a tightrope, a tightrope. The crowd was singing high hopes, smiling through a broken nose, dancing on a tightrope, a tightrope. The crowd was singing high hopes, smiling through a broken nose, dancing on a tightrope, tightrope. I feel a little less alone.